Hi everyone, welcome to Career Freedom Society. I'm Marcus. I would like to say happy Labor Day to everybody. And in this opportunity for Labor Day, I would like to share a few things about job search. Why do I pick this topic in this Labor Day? In Singapore, I've read a lot of things about the positive progress of the economy. The news has shared that employment in Singapore has increased. Because of that, then it's common sense for unemployment to go down. I also read from some of the consultancies, HR consultants, that the hiring will increase also by many companies in Singapore. So I believe many of us who are in Singapore or those at these foreign talents that would like to have been waiting for this opportunity to come to Singapore, even though it's still a lot of restrictions to physically to be in Singapore, but it is an opportunity as well for us to understand what are the things that we can learn in our job search in Singapore, or when we want to move from one job to another job in Singapore. So for me to be able to do that, let me share my screen. So today I'm going to share about job search. There are three topics in job search that I have prepared. One is HEART, which consists of letter HEART. I will go through one by one. What does each letter mean? Second topic is market. Third is network. In these sessions, I will just focus on HEART. Please follow in our YouTube when I'm going to present also the other two topics in the following days. So HEART. It consists of letter HEART. It's the engine of everything. So the first letter H represents our heart, which is in our social media. Usually we follow the heart, like in my symbol of the company that I created. So what does it mean? Is that we need to have our positive thinking. We need in everything that we want to be successful, we need to start with our positive thinking. We need to start with the correct heart to motivate ourselves with the positive things. We cannot influence ourselves with all the negative thinkings or our concerns or our worries. The other thing is that we need to be able to navigate around VUCA, which means is that we navigate around our volatility, the uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. We live in the environment in the world that nobody knows, nobody has a crystal ball. I wish that someone has a clear crystal ball on what is going to happen in the world, but nobody has that one. So we need to be able to navigate around this VUCA and maintain our mind to be positive. And also the important part is that we all from all those things, we positive thinking, put our heart in the proper alignment as well to move forward. We would like to build our character. In all the successful people, the most important part is also to have a good positive character. The second topic is environment. I put it here is PG. What does it mean is that this is our personal growth environment. We need to allow ourselves to be independent, to take control of our personal growth environment. We cannot depend on our parents if we're still growing and looking for opportunity depending on our parents. We cannot depend on our supervisors. We cannot even depend on our companies totally. So we cannot wait for this group of people to present the silver plate for us just to pick and choose what kind of growth strategy, what are the growth methodologies that I want to do, and we just depend on them to prepare it for us. No, we cannot wait for them. We need to create our 70-20-10 environment. 10 represents a classroom, which is in this kind of situation, it doesn't mean that you need to be physically in the classroom like now. When you are listening to this is part of the 10% of our learning. 20% is talking about you need to have a mentor, we need to have a coach. And 70 is the actual real thing that we need to implement. These are the practical things that we are going to do. We are going to test based on what we have learned in our classroom, in our online learning sessions, and also the advice from our mentors and from our coach. So this is a 70-20-10 model that I would like everybody to be familiar with. And these are the things that we need to take control in our learning journey. The other thing that I want to share is that like in our green environment, we also need to have our reduce, reuse, recycle. So in this case is that we need to reduce the investment in the time that does not support our growth, and we need to also reduce the time that worrying about a lot of things. That's why back to the first topic in terms of having positive thinking, we need to be able also to comfortable to reuse the idea that we have, the thinking that we have on our development, and do not worry and do not be concerned to recycle any informations, because some of the informations that we might prepare, some of the plan that we might have might not be applicable before, but in this moment might be useful also to revisit your notes, revisit the plan that you have, revisit your desire, and also make a plan to make it happen according to the current situations that we have. Talking about current situations, it relates to number 3, which is awareness, letter A. So we need to be able to know what is our current stage and what is the destination that we want to go. Our current stage, if you need help in my learning, which I'm going to offer later on at the end of the session, is that I'm talking about life wheel. So this is the important part, that we need to know where is our current state in terms of our professional career, what is our current state in terms of our family, our social life, our hobby, or our individual plan for ourselves, and where do we want to go in all those aspects. These are the one that we need to invest time. So reduce the unnecessary time that we spend in other things, and start developing the plan and revisiting where are we now and where do we want to go. In that aspect, I would like also to make to share that the next letter, which is reflection. It is important that we need to take these daily reflections, what we have done, what we have been doing, how does it impact actually to all the plan that we would like to have to improve and also to progress. What are the things that we can do better? What are the things that we should do better as well? And what are the things that we need to reduce and reprioritizing our time in our and also our investment, whether it is financial, whether it is our time, and for sure we need to reprioritize our heart, our mind, and our focus as well, according to the destination that we want to achieve. The last letter T, which is trade-off. We need it, everything that we want to do, it is our choice. It is our choice also to progress. So we need to choose correctly. We need to choose also the 80-20 rules that I would like to share. So the 80-20 rules here is that where do we spend 80% of our time? Do we spend it just to relax, to worry, to be concerned, or to always think that, oh, if this one doesn't happen, then I will not do it? Or we only keep thinking of the if, rather than use the 80% of the time to really plan, to really know where are we now, to be honest to us, and also progress and put the time and discipline as well in our time, in our also learning journey. So if we have been spending 80% of our time for those that is do not support our progress, our learning journey, and things that we want to move forward to navigate around our VUCA, whatever VUCA situation that you currently face, then it is the time to really reprioritize and re-energize yourself again to spend 80% of your time for the important part. So this is the heart that I would like to share with you. I put a quote here for us to remember. Be proud of who we are and what we have experienced and what we have done. Take opportunity to learn from all the things that we have experienced. Take the positive things. Everything, I always believe that everything happened to us, there is always a positive thing that we can capture for us to learn, for us not to repeat the same mistake perhaps, and for us also to use that one as a jump off point to do better things and to reach a higher level in terms of career, in terms of life, or in terms of the things that you want to achieve in your own life. So before I continue with the treats that I have for this Labor Day, let me do a bit of introductions of myself. So this is how do I look like in picture. My name is MarcusBnextgen. I think from the name, you know that I'm originally not from Singapore. I moved to Singapore quite a number of years ago. I went through quite a number of things in my life as a youth, as a young adult, and now I'm a bit older. So hopefully I'm wiser as well. So I've gone through a lot of things in my life, in my career. I've gone through, for example, so many different restructurings, not only that is impacting others, but also impacting me. That is why I've been aspired and I've been desiring to contribute back my experience, whether it is in my life and also in my professional life, to the next generations. And I believe is that if I'm able to transform myself, I'm able also to impact others. That is why I'm aspired to become the next generation's career buddy. Most in my career are around HR. I've been privileged to start my career as a HR leader. I've also had the privilege to work in different industries, different multinationals, as you can see in this screen. I also had the privilege to work with even a foreign government, and of course some private-owned companies that I learned a lot of things from the owner. I founded EV610 and the Career Freedom Society. So EV610 is practically focusing on the career coaching for the next generation leaders and those that is looking for a career start as well. Career Freedom Society is a community that I'm starting for us, you and me, some like-minded people that would like to learn from one another, also contribute what we have learned and what we have experienced for others. So there are more news about this that I'm going to set up like a community. Of course, there is rules, there is guidelines in this Career Freedom Society that I'm setting up. So my mission is to help a million of next generation international talent leaders to start and develop their careers in Singapore. So why I choose Singapore? Because now I'm based in Singapore. Of course, my learning, my sharings, even my courses that I put in if610campus.com are applicable not only for those that is coming to Singapore, but also those that is looking for a career, start their career, or they want to develop their career. But during my courses, I also put those tips and sharings, especially those that would like to come to Singapore, to settle down in Singapore and build a career in Singapore as well. So my coaching is conducted usually private, one-on-one, as a group, as also as a team, whether it is face-to-face or through Zoom, like what I'm doing, like now talking to all of you and recorded this message. So if you want to follow, yes, please follow, because from time to time I will update and I will share some tips in my Facebook and my Instagram under Marcus B Job and Career Facebook and Instagram. On the left, you can see that besides my picture, below is the logo of the company that I created, EV610, which consists of open heart and also the helmet, which is to protect our mind, to protect our heart, like what I've shared initially as a base, as a foundations of a successful career and a successful person just now under heart. Below is a John Maxwell team. I had the privilege to being certified under the John Maxwell team. I had also the privilege to to earn this first level of certification under the ICF, the International Coaching Federation. So this is a bit of me. You will hear more and more personal stories and sharing in my webinar, during the live sessions that I'm going to share as I share my topics. I will not share a lot of things in my recorded message though, because it's private. So what is a treat? There are two treats that I would like to share in this Labor Day. First is a template. I would like, this is the first time I'm sharing my template freely to those that are interested. So the first template I would like to share is the talking about job search template. In this job search, I'm putting like the simple mind mapping, a list of to-do actions, including also some of the links to the resources that I've read. I found it useful, so at least you don't need to scramble to find those informations in the World Wide Web, Google or Yahoo or whatever website that you are using. And of course, I also put the self-evaluations, because these are the things also for us to be honest to ourselves, and also to put some structure and guidance in terms of where are we standing in terms of the target that we want to achieve. So I put some scorings for us to be honest to ourselves and to score what we have done and what are the things that we are lacking and we need to catch up. So those that would like to have this free template, please send me an email to this if610@yahoo.com after this session. I will send it personally to each one of you through the email that you provide to me. Because again, this one is a template that quite dear to me. I would like to share to those that are interested to start their career, whether it is in Singapore or in your own country, as well as those that interested also to come to Singapore and develop their career. What are the things that inside the template, just to give you a bit more information. So there are three categories I put in this template related to job search, applying for a job, and immersion. So in the job search, I captured a few pointers consisting of motivations, duties, people, who are the people that we would like to work with, what kind of people that actually, and who are we as well. So it is good to understand starting from do we know ourselves. So before we say that I want to work with this kind of people or that kind of organization. So yes, I captured it under the heading of people and workplace and work pass. So those that would come from Singapore or currently even in Singapore looking for a job or planning to come to Singapore after Singapore opened up more and more, stable the conditions after this coronavirus pandemic, at least you know what are the criteria, what are the things that you need to prepare to come to Singapore and develop your career. The second item is related with job applications. Over here, I share some of the pointers in relations to preparing our resume, and also touch on what are the agencies that is available in Singapore and what is the use of referrals in our job search as well. And nowadays, with all the technologies, with all the things that is happening, demand and supply in the job market, job agencies, referrals, and the understanding of the different platforms are important for us. So I put some pointers in relations to this, and some additional links as well for each one of you to read. The other topic under applying for a job is interview. What are the things that you need to prepare? And next is offer and acceptance. So this is the exciting part, right? So everybody is waiting for the offer and acceptance. So I also will touch a bit on briefly in terms of overview of compensation and benefits, where mainly in the compensations and how should we look into when we are being offered a salary? Can we negotiate? Don't negotiate? What are the things that we should put into a place when we are negotiating our salary, for example? And the other thing, the last one under applying for a job, I put is resignations. What are the things that we should do, and we should understand as well before we submit our resignations? What are the things that we shouldn't do when we submit our resignation as well? So those are the things that I put the items there. I provided some links, and this is I captured it in the worksheet that I prepared in that template. Excuse me. The other topic I capture is immersion. It's not common in the job search that people talk about this, because everybody is happy after they after they receive the offer, and they're just looking forward to start the new job. So many people think that when they start a new job, the company is quite tolerable, quite kind, and then they will be guided, and it's still a honeymoon period, right? But many of you who are very experienced will agree with me that honeymoon period practically does not exist anymore. So by the time we start our first day, when we step in, within the first few minutes, is practically we already need to be embarked to the job. And many people think that, oh yeah, it's still our learning period, but actually our first day, our first meeting, is should be treated, we should treat from the positive thinking that this is the first step, the first impression that we are creating to develop our career in that organizations. Yes, you might not know how long will you stay in that organization, but you don't want to start with the wrong foot. We don't want to start with the wrong perceptions. And we want to look smart, right? Everybody wants to look smart, wants to look clever, wants to look knowledgeable. So that is why I touch also on the onboarding. In my course, as you follow the course that I have in the FA610 campus, I will share a lot of things. I have recorded some pointers quite detailed in terms of how do we manage the onboarding. And in this template, I also touch a few points. At least you have some ideas why onboarding is important and what are the things that you should do to prepare yourself even before the day one starts. Because trust me, not all companies, not all human resources people have this kind of mindset that onboarding is important. If the organization has, so God bless you. You are very blessed. You are very fortunate that the HR and the management in the new company have this onboarding. If not, at least you know that you need to prepare yourself. And perhaps with this is the first impression that you will amaze. You will make the other people, the new organization, also thank you because you already prepared all the things that what are the things you need to do from the first day to whatever probation day that being given to you, whether it is 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days, depending on the level that you join in. So yes, this is in a nutshell the templates that I prepared. These are the items that you can expect to see with the links and also some scoring to evaluate ourselves. Okay, so that is the first one. Second, this is again to appreciate all of you in this Labor Day. Is that I'm providing the very special offer for the 5 courses in the Next Generation's Career Foundation. So just now you know about the heart. That is part of the foundations. So in these 5 courses will include the heart, but in more deeper explanations, is in more deeper guidance as well, deeper sharing. And in that courses also, it's not only a recording like this, but I also provide links and also the slides as part of the recording. At least you can refer and repeat every time you would like to refresh to the topic. So the course itself costs $278 Singapore dollars. In this Labor Day special, I offer it for Singapore dollars $9. So that one thing is even cheaper than an McDonald meal. So well, at least for Singapore, right, $9, and it's just a meal. Cost of a meal is good for maybe if you want to lose weight, you just skip one meal, but you get a lot of foundations, courses, foundations, sharings that could accelerate your growth, start your career, as well as develop your career growth and journey according to what you desire. So again, in it, I put quite a number of links, deeper sharings, more pointers as well in the slide, at least for you to have a more holistic overview and more holistic understanding in terms of what are the foundations that we need to have to embark to a new career, to embark to a learning journey as well. So to obtain this, go to our if610campus.com. That is where I store all of my online courses and recordings. And I'm still recording more and more. So there are more and more courses will be added to this if610campus.com. And as I read more, I research more, I will also replace the old courses with the new one. So just follow the if610 campus, and please feel free to subscribe according to the stage that you want to go to in terms of your career development. So when you go there, you just choose the Next Generation's Career Foundations, and then you click on those on the Singapore dollars 9 Labor Day treat for this limited time. Okay, so those are the 2 offers that I have for this Labor Day treat. So for the course, the $9 course, please visit the if610campus.com. And then for the template, please send me your email. Please email me your contact so I can reply to your email to this if610yahoo.com. This is the email that I'm using to receive to wait for your email, and then so I can use this email also to send my template. And for the regular updates, for the regular happening, I will update my informations in my Instagram and Facebook under Marcus B Job and Career. So thank you for listening. Look forward for your email so I can share more and more knowledge through the template, and I will also update my template accordingly as I research and find more informations. And don't forget to go to EV16 campus for the online courses. And for the first course for this, to make use of this opportunity, please do go there, register, and then start enjoying the course. So happy Labor Day again. Enjoy your day and enjoy the month and have a successful career.